At that time, was the beef with the Bloods already happening?
Hell yeah. Shit was going down. Like we'd be on bikes like this, looking for them niggas. Them niggas would come down looking for us. We'd take them niggas off the block with hammers, bats, and chains and shit. Hell yeah.
It was already on site.
Hell yeah. My son Tackle, rest in peace, used to have the fucking book bag like this to the front with the zip open with the hammer in it. You know what I mean? We was letting it loose at them niggas. We was going crazy on them niggas for years. But I ain't gonna lie, like the Bloods, when the Bloods first came out, them niggas, it was like 20 to every one Lion King. The niggas was super deep. You know what I mean? Like they acquired the lasting members from the Zulu Nation and the renegade God bodies. So they went from real small to real fucking big, like this. You know what I'm saying? So the odds was against the Bloods fucked us up all throughout the 90s, all throughout the early 2000s. Yo, we got fucked up by the Bloods a lot on a lot of different occasions. But niggas from my era that's still here, we went head up with them niggas, man. We went head up with them niggas, and then it was like the 300 versus Xerxes and all his army of 10 million. That's how that shit was.
And you said that you had like a lot of friends that ended up like leaving the Kings, right? Because they couldn't deal with being so outnumbered by the Bloods.
Yeah.
What was that like for you to witness like your own bros not sticking around to fight side by side with you?
It was discouraging. It was discouraging.
I can only imagine what you witnessed during that time, you know, because I know when you're in it, like you're not really processing it as as it's happening, you know what I'm saying? But like after the fact, it's like, damn, like that's some crazy shit that I really went through.
Yeah. I remember every meeting, the numbers were getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And some of our leaders turned blood. You know what I mean? Some of the niggas that we looked up to that we was in the field with, them niggas would switch to the other side. So, you know, 1 week we here together.
So that's even worse.
Yeah.
That's even worse that you switching to the other side. Not even that you just leaving the you know, the nation, but you go into the enemy essentially.
That shit happened a lot. So we'd be here
so
1
now
week in the
you're fighting
together.
against your own bros then.
Absolutely. That was that coward shit. You know, the niggas couldn't handle the pressure. So originally there was crew hoppers, you know what I mean? So it's better that happened like that because that showed us who was really who. So we went from meeting every week, 40, 50 of us every week, down to 20, down to 15, down to like 8 or 9.
Is that how you became like a high-ranking member at such a young age? Because that was like some of the controversy, right? That you were real young, but like you were really top tier. But you were a part of the Taino tribe, right?
Well, not at first. So when I became king, we wasn't the group of Latin kings I became king with. We wasn't reporting to a chapter. What ended up happening was that my man, Taino tribe was going through his own thing. Like them niggas had some shit happen where the leadership was under investigation by the feds and you know, my man Van and some of the big homies, Chap and Mono and them, got picked up by the feds and niggas ended up doing life in prison for that shit that went down. But while this is happening, we still in my neighborhood repping, putting on for LK, you know what I'm saying? But not mixing with the Taino tribe shit that was happening. So my man Cosita, which is, I love you, Cosita. If you're going to see this nigga, I love you no matter what we went through. He was going to Cardinal Hayes, a Catholic school in the Bronx. I think it was nice in baseball. So he met a Latin king there. And he was like, that nigga was like, yo, y'all niggas not reporting. That shit is happening in Taino tribe. Why don't y'all niggas come with us? So that's how we went from Yonkers to the Bronx. That's when we started reporting with Bronx Inca, with my man Sakani, going rest in peace. You know what I mean? Like, that's how we got hooked up with the Bronx, and we started there. And eventually we broke off, like, you know, politics happened, and we ended up coming back to Yonkers and reforming Taino Tribe.
Got you. Okay. Yeah, because then I know that you're from Yonkers, but then I think I saw that you were talking about that you spent a lot of time in the Bronx too, though.
Yes, a lot of time.
So it was through that.
So a lot of people that's not from New York, they don't know how close Yonkers and the Bronx really is.
Right,
you know,
right.
It's like right there.
It's like right next to you.
Like here. You know what I'm saying? Like, as close as your big toe and the long one is to each other, you know?
Right, right.
If I grab a rock right now, throw that shit out the window, it'll probably land in Yonkers.
That's crazy.